Don't talk to strangers, is what our parents would always say back in the day. When we were kids, our parents would always heavily warn us about kidnappers and what dirty tactics they do to lure kids into their vans. Our parents told us that kidnappers would usually say, "Oh, your parents told us that we need to pick you up. Come with us and we'll take you to your house." You can already see how those worthless scums of the earth can take advantage of a kid's innocence. And boy, did they take advantage of mine. So I was in third grade during that time, and I remembered playing football all afternoon. During that time, we lived nearby, about 20 minutes walking distance, and so I had no one to pick me up when I went out of school at 5 p.m. because my parents worked until 6 p.m. I said goodbye to the security guard, and then a guy called me saying, "Hey kid, it's getting late. We need to take you home. Your mom's worried about you." And guess where that guy was standing on? That's right, near a white van, with the door open. And you know what I did? Yep, I walked towards the guy. Good thing the security guard yelled, "Hey kid, come back, I need to tell you something." And only when I turned around did I remember what my parents said about the kidnappers. Don't talk to strangers. My heart sank and I got sweaty real quick as I felt his heavy presence behind me. The moment I got to the security guard's post, I felt relieved as I saw the van's door immediately shut and close and they just ran off. The security guard basically told me the same thing my parents told me, so I waited for a few minutes at the front gate with the security guard until there was a crowd that I can, blend into while going home. Did I learn my lesson? Absolutely not, because the next time it happened, I actually went with the guy. But it was in our village, not on the street. And you know why I went with the guy? Because he didn't have a van. Yep, for some reason my brain described kidnappers as people with vans. Because I happily went with him, along with other kids, so I'm not the only abductable one, sadly. It started when we were playing under a tree at the edge of our village, when this guy told all 8 of us kids that he knows a place where we can get free food. We went with him, and admittedly the journey was fun, because we got to see really wide green fields under the bright sunny day with blue skies. We even crossed a river with a log as a bridge. It was pretty far, about an hour walk, and I remembered feeling adventurous. So, we got to the farm, and he talked to the farmer. Surprisingly, he did keep his promise about giving us free food. It was an uncooked corn on a cob. Of course, I happily went home with my corn, and guess who's waiting when we were approaching the village? My parents, along with other parents. They looked pissed and really panicked, and of course they dragged my ass home. When we got home, my father shouted at me about me not following their warnings and asked why I even followed the guy in the first place. I can tell that he's relieved that I got home safe though. He went out, probably to talk to the guy, and I just sat there nipping on the uncooked corn thinking about what I've done. After a few minutes, my father told me to cook the corn with a guy near a tree and my father watching nearby. Maybe he was just being a friendly villager because we still went back home safe. But it wasn't right for him to leave without our parents knowing, nor it was right for him to invite us for an adventure in the wild without getting permission from our parents. There were more instances where I was saved by my uncles and aunts whenever someone would invite me over and they'd stop me. The last time it happened was when I was in high school and I was walking around the city during a festival. There was a guy who was making super cool tribal looking necklaces and I bought one. After talking about the necklaces for a while, I asked him about how he makes them. He looked at me in the eye and says, "You know, kid, you can go to my place after the festival if you want and I can show you how to make these." And I said, "Okay," but I walked away and never looked back. In the end, I'm still here, totally not abductable anymore. Just remember, not all kidnappers have vans, and that they can look really friendly, innocent, or even rich. Remember to never go with strangers and to always be careful with whom you're going with. And you know what else you should remember? It's to like and subscribe and share.